I am well. Are you ready for this?
As ready as I can be.
All right. Whew. Let's get this started. Let me put some water on my hands right quick. We can start after that. All right, I shuffled the cards a little bit, but now I'm going to shuffle them again with you on the phone just because it's so gratifying.
Okay.
That was a bad shuffle there. One, give you one more, then we can ride. So you got the 10 card spread and all that good stuff. Hello?
I'm sorry.
Okay. So you got the 10 card spread. So I do your 10 card spread via the Celtic cross. You can ask for a clarifier with every house we go through. When we get to the 7th house, I'm gonna demand that you get a clarifier in that house. It's just important to me, and that's just one of the rules. I don't need to know your birthday or your zodiac sign. That's not important to me. I'm a real reader. I read you, not 15 million people on the planet. I ask that you be open with the spirit and let's enjoy yourself and ride with this thing, okay?
All right then.
All right. So, would you say your name one time, just your first name, or whatever you would like to be called? Do I have permission to cut your cards?
Yes.
All right, let's ride. Let's see what we're doing here. Huh. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. What's going on in your relationship? Straight up. I'm just going to throw it out there and ask. Why am I seeing so much turmoil in the relationship?
Because there is on my part.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Wow, I'm not reading yet. And I laid the cards down and I'm seeing in the house and home, that's not a good sign. I'm seeing in the 5th house, that's self-sacrificing. Oh wow! Even when it comes to the house of matrimony, somebody's fighting. Oh my God! Let's get on this. So I'm finna get started because I want you to get the best reading you can get.
Okay.
All right. So first off, we're gonna start with your first house. Your first house represents your ego, how you see yourself, what you think of yourself, just how you view yourself all in general on every elemental level, emotional level. And in this house right here, this house is ruled by Aries and is governed by Mars. These are action planets, aka war planets. And in this house right here, you have the 2 of water in the upright position. Having the 2 of water in the upright position tells me that the way you see yourself emotionally attached to somebody. If it was upside down, I would say detaching. But it says you're very much emotionally attached to somebody. Emotion, I'm not saying love here, so don't get me twisted. Because the spirit not telling me love, they say emotionally attached. Emotionally attached, and this person is identical to you. So that means that you guys are mirroring each other on a very, 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 very similar basis. Meaning that if you're yelling at that person's yelling back at you. He's giving as good as he gets.
Okay.
Now, would you like to ask this card a clarifier, a question, or anything?
I would.
Go for it. Just ask a question and I'll see what they say.
Out loud or to myself or
Uh, I would say it works better out loud, but if you want to just say it to yourself, go for it. I'm gonna read the cards no matter what, but out loud you get a better sense. But it's on you.
okay. My question would be, who is it?
Who is this person she's emotionally meeting? Who is this person that she's emotionally mirroring? I should say that she feels she's emotionally mirroring. It says right. So, do you have a pen pal? Emails, text messages, letters. You feel me here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So do I have a? I don't have a pen pal.
You're communicating with somebody heavy with writing.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay. So this is the
So
person
it
that
is via text. So
right. Yep. So this is the person that you're writing via text all the time. This is the person you feel you're
yes.
emotionally connected to. That you feel you're
Yes.
strongly connected. Now, here's the flip side. This person is the same way to you. Because you're as much as this person sitting up there telling you how much y'all want to hook up, talk, and hang, and all that other stuff, you're only doing it back to him because or her. I don't. They just showing me a male energy. You're just so I don't type people in the any category. So you're basically just saying when that person says it, think about that person said it first, and then now you're saying it more. Make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right. So it's the person that you're texting a lot, a lot, a lot. Man, boy, a lot. So I'm gonna move to you got a clarifier understanding in that house.
I do understand.
Okay. Moving into your second house. Your second house is ruled by Taurus and is governed by Venus. Taurus is stubborn, they say, but I like to say cautious, not stubborn. Venus is love and passion, truth. So when you combine caution with truth, love, passion, anything, you get what I like to call conviction. Now, we're going to stop right there and say, and you just use conviction. Conviction in your second house of economic affairs, right here, right now, present economic affairs. And in your second house of present economic affairs, you have the five of fire in the upright position. Having the five of fire in the upright position tells me that you are arguing with somebody else outside of the guy with outside of the person with the text messaging. You're arguing with a tangible person about money. This person has a lot of freaking mouth too, and you have to come. And you feel you have to come at this person different ways on different levels in order just to get what you feel is due to you. You're strategizing every sense of the way, and this person is a really big bad dragon ass demon type. I mean, it is what it is. I see five different ways you, one, two, three, four, five different ways you got to come at this person in order just to try to beat him at his own game,
Yeah.
But this is dealing with your money right now. So long just to rule it down for you, this person has money and you're asking him for it, and it's always an excuse. Am I?
That is so true.
So I'm making great sense to you.
Yes.
I need you to ask this card a question.
Um, I have no idea what to ask.
Well, let me give you a little help. This is your money you're talking about. A closed mouth don't get fed, right?
That's true.
So this is the one house that That you should always have a question about how you got to support yourself, sustain yourself. Where is your help coming from? You know, how can I get this person to loosen up and give me a little more money so I can be who I want to be, who I need to be, do the things I need to do. Where where is he or she hiding this money? How come I can't see where this money stream is coming from? Man, I can think about a lot of questions that's coming to my mind.
I got it. So
Oh,
that would be my question is, where is this person hiding this money?
gotcha. Where's this person hiding this money from her? Where's this person money going to? Where's this person being secretive about money? Where? Take charge of the situation. Take charge of the situation. Take charge of the situation. Where is this person hiding the money? Take charge of the situation. What are you guys trying to tell her to take charge of the situation? If the person is hiding the money, how can she take charge of the situation? Did you decide to look on his computer to see do he has a separate bank account?
No, because we do have separate bank accounts. Everything is separate.
Okay, because they just told me.
He has access to as a debit card to my checking account, but he keeps refusing to give me access to his.
Yeah, because they told me to tell you take charge of the situation. You really need to start looking at his bank statements because I didn't know you guys had a bank account, but they kept telling me like he has a separate bank account, a private bank account. They was telling me that, and then you told me. So they're saying in order for you to see what his money at, you really need to go inside his bank account. So you really need to go on the computer. Notice they gave you 2 bits and nuggets what you can do. I actually have you been checking the computer, his bank statements. He's gonna leave that phone open. He's gonna leave that computer open. Check it. See what's going on. See where his money going.
Okay.
All right.
All right, gotcha.
Take charge of that situation. Moving into your third house. Your third house is ruled by Gemini and is governed by Mercury. Your third house represents communication. Good communication, bad communication. Time and distance don't matter. You know, absolute, good or bad. It doesn't matter here. It's just communication. You got to receive the good with the bad. And in your third house of communication, you have Gemini there. So keep in mind, this is mutable. Go either way. And in the house of communication, you have the man card upside down. The only reason you would have the man card upside down in a house of communication didn't mean nobody is listening to you. They're not seeing you for the person who you are. You're feeling as if you're not getting any conversation. Like you can't get a word in edgewise. That's what the spirit is telling me. You cannot get a goddamn word in edgewise. They don't to the point where they're not to the point where they say, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy." I mean, it's so. Listen, this is so bad. What I'm seeing for you, that it is really bad. Uh, it's bad. This person is like really not respecting you verbally. Would you like to ask this card a question?
Yes, I would.
Go ahead.
How do I take charge?
How does she take charge in this situation? How does she take charge in this situation? He's hiding. He's being tight with his money. He's not paying her attention. She's fighting for something in the seventh house. How does she take charge of the situation? You take charge of the situation by flow of prosperity. Let me see what this. You take charge of this by flow of prosperity. Now you say, "How, Baron? How am I going to take charge of the flow of prosperity when I don't know what this man got in his bank account? He keeps it serious. He got access to my shit." So you take charge of this situation by flow of prosperity. Now they're saying you're going to have to do some major heavy lifting when it comes down to this. Revoke his access to yours if you can stand it.
Okay.
If you can stand a little bit more of the bitching, the bickering, and take a little bit of that control away from him.
Okay. That I can do.
Yeah, surprisingly, you gave him too much control, and you're constantly sacrificing yourself. Well, we're gonna get to that part where I'm saying you're sacrificing yourself, and because Uh, oh, ABBA. Abba is here and she's not liking what she's seeing in your relationship. Okay?
Okay.
So cut the flow of prosperity off. If he don't want to listen to you, you know, sometimes you need to fall on hard times and you ain't got it. Make him spend that money a little bit more that he's tucking away, giving away to people. Okay?
Okay.
Now, moving into your fourth house. Your fourth house is ruled by Cancer and is governed by the moon. The fourth house represents your actual house that you live in, the four walls you sleep in. I like to also add that in my interpretation of how the spirit tell me to read the fourth house, it would represent the three people that you're closest to that you will let live in your house, sleep under your roof. And in this house, in your fourth house, you have the couple's card upside down. Couple's card upside down. Having the couple's card upside down in your house, meaning that you and your live-in mate is not on the same page. Your house is so divided, it's unreal. This is like
Yeah.
a 20-year marriage style of hatred or division. You know?
Yeah, I understand that one perfectly.
But the moon represents a secret. The moon represents a secret. The moon represents an illusion. Not all secrets are bad secrets. Not all illusions are you know, child's play or you know are futile. But the spirit is telling me the secret in all of this, with the couple being in the upside down position, the secret is neither one of you guys want this shit to work.
Really?
Y'all tired. That's the secret.
Okay. I never would have guessed that on his part. On my part, yeah, because I am.
He don't want it to work either. He don't want it to work. He's sick of trying. You definitely don't want it to work. And these type of readings right here, they kind of get to me because I can see the pain and anguish that people been through, and it kind of tears me up because it puts me back in a place where I was a while ago. So I know what you're going through. So, but you're tired. You're tired. You don't want it anymore. This is the big secret. You're faking it right now.
Yeah, I am. I have been for a long time.
I know. Remember, I told you. Remember, I kept telling you about sacrifice at the beginning of this when I laid the cards down. So when we get into your fifth house, I'm going to tell you about that sacrifice that you're making.
Okay.
All right. So would you like to ask this fourth house a question?
No, I already know. Don't know.
All right. Moving to your fifth house. Your fifth house represent your sex life, your entertainment, and your luck. Say it with me. I need for you to repeat these three things. Say it with me. Sex life.
Sex life.
Entertainment.
Entertainment.
And luck.
And luck.
It's ruled. Your fifth house is ruled by Leo and is governed by the sun. The five of earth in the upright position. This is not a good thing by having the five of earth in the upright position, because what my card is showing me and what the spirit is telling me right now is that when it comes to your sex life, you have just been on autopilot. You're trying so hard to keep the damn peace that even though you don't want this man on top of you, you're still allowing this shit to happen time to time. Even when you're not going out, you don't want to go out, you don't want to play his games, you don't want to go do his things, you don't want to be around his shit. You want to go out yourself, but he goes out, so guess what? You got to stay at home. You know, this is you are so self-sacrificing, trying to maintain harmony. And it's kind of defeating you at every corner. Because this person don't give a shit about harmony. This person will literally tear your head off just so he would tear your head off as an excuse to not talk to you for the rest of the night. If I'm wrong, you tell me I'm wrong, but I know what this spirit is telling me here. So they don't like it. They don't like him. You think, and here's the crazy part. You think you're the bad one in this. They say she thinks she's the one doing all this.
Oh my God, yeah, I do. Because that's how I've been made to feel.
No, you're not the one causing this. You're not the one doing this. You're surviving. This is a self-defense mechanism you're going through. If you was wrong, I would say, darling, you're dead as wrong. Because the spirit won't let me lie to you. But what you're feeling, what you're doing right now, this is a reaction how you need to, so you don't protect yourself and you don't lose your mind and bust his ass in the head with something. Okay? You're weak behind this because you're taking the blame. Let me tell you something. That 1940s syndrome of woman is out the door. You ain't got to put up with no man BS.
I don't.
So,
but as you said, I'm ready to kick the teeth. I don't want to argue. I don't want to. I just want a peace of mind for real. That's it.
I know, but don't get that guilt out your heart, please. Get that guilt out your heart. Everything you've done in order not to lose your insanity, lose your sanity, has been ordained by the universe for you to do. Do you hear what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
Don't feel bad, because this person had their chance to make it better and they did it 2 years ago. 2 years ago when you came to this person and you say, hey, I want to bear it all. I want to talk about this. I want to do this. This person looked at you like you was a fool and you said, okay, got it. 2 years ago, you can remember the date. I pray you can.
I can. I do know.
It rained the next day, they telling me. It rained the next day, or if it didn't rain the next day, it snowed the next day, but something changed in the weather the very next day. They can't pinpoint a date. I know that's a lot of information for you, but the weather changed the very next day, which you related that weather change to your feeling. You were synonymous with it. So I would say rain or just a very, very, very gloomy, gray day. Would you like to ask this card a question?
I would.
Go for it. How much longer will she fall on the sword in this relationship? How much longer? You know what? I'm gonna change your question for you because the spirit said they want to give you a better answer.
Okay.
How long should she stay? Let's already get your escape route going. How long should she stay? How long should she stay? It says fertility. How long should she stay? Why is it saying fertility? Where's this idea or kids coming from? I don't see one of y'all being able to make a baby.
That would be me.
So you can't.
I think it just probably comes down to the fact that I told him before our youngest is 18, just graduated high school, and I always told him when I get this youngest one on his feet and get him where he needs to be going, that I was leaving.
Well, that's when they telling you to hold true to it, because they say you're not going to sacrifice yourself once something dealing with a baby come to pass. So that you got paying the fertility god. So when you gonna leave? How long should you stay in this? Is when that baby turn 18. Get the hell out of Dodge. I'm not. You can laugh, but it's not me. It's the spirit.
I know.
Pack your bags and get the hell out of Dodge. Save your money up until then. Stop get his ass out your bank account.
Okay.
All right. Moving into your sixth house. Your sixth house is ruled by Virgo and is governed by Mercury. Virgo is a lecturer. They love to talk. They don't give a damn if they're right or wrong. They just want you to know how do they come to that conclusion. So, and Mercury is a god of communication. So that being said, your sixth house of economic affairs, future economic affairs, it teaches us a lesson. It teaches us how to get to that level of economic affairs in the future. And in this house right here, you have the six of earth in the upright position. Notice how just out of this self-sacrificing moment, you got the sense, you got a time and date from the spirit to when you need to get the hell out of this thing. That was the five of earth. Going into your sixth house, you're following this pattern here, right? You got the five, five and five, 6 and 6. This means this is joint. This is a link. These are linking. So once you decide to move out of this house and go do your own thing, when you get to the sixth house, you have the six of earth in the upright position. This means that your future economic is going to come from you supporting yourself. You're going to support yourself and you're not going to even need anybody help. You're not going to need anybody help. You're going to support yourself. You're going to take care of your own animals. You're going to build your own house. You're going to do everything for yourself once you get out of this situation.
Okay.
Would you like to ask this card a question? It don't see you failing. I don't see you failing. For you to think that, okay, where you're gonna, because the spirit says she don't have a starting point of how she's supposed to take care of herself, like on her own. They say you don't have a starting point, but trust me, you're not gonna fail.
That was the answer that I needed.
Okay? That's the spirit talking with you. They really feel for you. They really like, you've been manipulated too bad, and yeah, they don't like this. So would you like to ask the sixth house a question?
No, I wouldn't. You've already answered it about the failure, whether I don't fail or not. So that's very clear to me.
Okay. So now we're finna go into your seventh house. Your seventh house is ruled by Libra and is governed by Venus. Libra represents justice and or balance. Venus represents love, passion, truth, and all that good stuff, right? Now, your seventh house represents love, matrimony, marriage, the couples dating. You know, it represents marriage, the couple dating, relationship. And in this house right here, you have Ogun. You have the god of war in the Orisha pantheon. Having Ogun in your seventh house says that they're telling me that you tried to fight for this. You wanted to maintain this, but you came to the point where you had to slay the dragon. And your way of slaying the dragon was to pierce him. But they're telling me you have a separate weapon that you can use against him too. Ogun is telling me you think the sword, you wounded him some for you wounded this person, but he don't see. He's too busy worried about the pain of the wound to see that you got a whole goddamn spear hanging over his head to crush his goddamn skull in. So let me translate it for you, because I know what Ogun telling me. Let me translate what happened, right?
Okay.
So this dude was giving you a hard time one day. He was just bitching, telling you about your ass. I'm finna walk you through the scenario when you struck a blow to his ass. He was telling you all about how you won this, how you're not this, how you can do better, how you can do this, how he just stressing, I need my time, I need my space. You said, well, if you're going to need your space, don't worry if I go do this. Bam, you stung him because he didn't expect you to do that.
Oh my gosh.
Now I'm telling you what you said. You stung him. You hit him in the shoulder because he thought he was King Dingaling, God Almighty, moneybags here. You say don't get mad when Mr. Charlie knock on the goddamn door and I'm gone. He was like, oh shit. Cause he's verbally abusive. He's a dragon in every last single one of these things. And my card deck, dragons are people who blow fire, people who talk shit, heavy heated air. Arguers. And you wounded him in the shoulder. You wounded him in the shoulder, but what you ain't told him is Mr. Smith really up the road. Do I need to say any more?
No, you do not.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So all right. We'll leave Mr. Smith up there. Don't bring Mr. Smith into that house. All right. Would you like to ask this card a question?
No.
You got to.
No.
You got to. Seventh house. Got to. Now you see why I say you got to, because this is a controversial house here. Go for it. Ask a question.
The question I like to ask is, will my leaving him hurt him?
Will he
I know
feel?
I should be, I know I shouldn't be worried about that, but that's one of my biggest worries, hurting somebody.
Will her leaving this man hurt him? It says find a blessing in your current situation. Know what that means? When it hurt his ass, you smile. Find a blessing. You shouldn't give a damn if it hurt him or not, cause he didn't think about hurting you when his ass don't come home till late. You understand this?
Yeah.
You know when the shoe on the other, when the how they say, when the queen wearing the man's shoes, her footprints a little heavier than his. These are my old proverbs. These are all my old proverbs my grandma used to tell me. So yeah, when the queen start wearing the king's shoes, her footprints sink a little heavier in the soil than his do. Cause she got to step harder, step taller, and she got to make noise when she walks. So don't you worry about his ass.
All right. I got it.
All right.
I got it.
Moving into your 8th house. Your 8th house is ruled by Scorpio. It's governed by Mars and Pluto. The 8th house represents your subconscious mind. What you think about the most. What you're bringing in. What you're bringing to fruition. Your manifestations. And in this house you have Oshumare. You have Oshumare. Now having Oshumare in this house in your subconscious mind, meaning that you're talking so sweet. You want to manifest everything sweet. You're constantly trying to keep the peace. You're trying if he comes home and say, baby, I hate the way you cleaned the house. You be like, okay, well, I had a little time. Don't worry, I'll make sure that ain't like that. You get in this humble state, and you just try to make all your words sweet. This is because you are feeling guilty. Kill the guilt. Don't let this Christian mindset, this Christ-like mindset say, oh, you was wrong for going and doing what you had to do to keep your sanity. And I'm going to state it like that, okay?
Okay.
Don't let that bother you, because it can tear you up. It can take you to a place and you can get your ass run over. Good fashion. Some people don't give a damn. They will run you over like it ain't nothing. Listen, run you over like it ain't nothing. Come back, pick you up, just to back over your ass again, just to see can they do it. See, is you gonna move? Now I'm talking in parables here because I know you understand what I'm saying.
I do. I really do.
Okay, so stop trying to manifest the goodness And just know that that baby is almost at that time. You almost have your set mark, set, ready, and go trigger shot. Just be you. Just build you up. Don't worry about that person's mental. That person is in his own world.
Okay.
Would you like to ask this card a question?
No, sir.
All right. All right. Oh, sir. Wow. Have mercy on me. I'm really young. All right. So we finna go to your ninth house. Your ninth house is ruled by Sagittarius and it's governed by Jupiter. Sagittarius is strategic. They're hunters. They know what they want and they go after it. They have Sagittarius is the only zodiac sign that has the ability to overcome something with ease because that was their gift from the gods. Jupiter is a planet of abundance. Jupiter will not only give you riches and wealth, it can also give you poison and death. So if you think about nightshade and you ask Jupiter to give you nightshade, it will give you the plant to kill you. If you ask it for daisies, it'll give you something to make your house smell good. I say that to say this. This is the card. The ninth house represent reality. What becomes your future? What becomes in play? Reality set. In this house, you have the six. Here you go, another six. You have the six of air in the upright position. And the six of air shows me that somebody is leaving land and following their heart. You're leaving a solid foundation and you're following your heart. You're stepping out on faith. Uh, you're leaving. What becomes reality? This relationship doesn't work anymore. You leave. You leave Earth and you go towards water. It is what it is. You don't know where you're going. You don't know what a boat at. You don't know if it's an island or in that ocean. You and a flock of birds are taking flight and you're gone. That's it. That is what it is. So what you seek, you get. So, would you like to ask this card a question?
I do.
Go for it.
So, in seeing myself leaving, am I leaving for someone?
Okay. Is she leaving to go be with someone or is she leaving to find her own thing? Is she leaving for someone or is she leaving for herself? It says teacher. You're leaving for yourself. You're leaving because you want to learn how to love you. You've given too much time to this situation not loving you because you were too busy loving him. You were too busy loving the kids. You were too busy loving his fucking in-laws. Why were you loving his in-laws when you knew they were talking about you behind your back, hiding, covering up for his ass? But you were still sitting up here with this dang on water style energy, this water sign energy, just, well, I just gotta be nurturing. I don't know if it's they saying you was in the Scorpio energy because you knew what they was going on. You knew the secrets, but you just didn't, you just didn't pull the trigger to bust all their head open. But you was in there, you were nurturing him, you were nurturing the kids, you were nurturing his family. The spirit just rolled their eyes and said, why the hell would you deal with his family when you know what they was doing with you, to him? They don't like that. They say you got a next relationship in that. Don't take no guff. But you leave to teach yourself how to love you, how to be independent, how to do you.
Okay.
All right. They said somebody not too long ago left you, passed. They said, I'm gonna give it about 2 years ago. They say somebody walked away, left, died. I don't know. But they say somebody like you lost a strong part of you. I don't know that this person just go to another city. But they said you experienced a loss of a human. So you may have to figure out who detached from you if you didn't lose anybody direct, okay?
Okay.
Just look into it. Call a couple people and see what's going All right, so
Okay.
now we finna go into your 10th house. Your 10th house is ruled by Capricorn and is governed by Saturn. Your 10th house represent how everybody is gonna see you, like your social standing, the world. And in this house right here, you have the moon card in the upright position. Having the moon card in the upright position, they're not saying somebody's gonna see you as a secretive person. They're saying somebody's gonna see you for who you truly are. You're gonna let your true insides shine. There's no secret here. Moon normally represents secret, but people are gonna see that your heart was hurt. So all the people who took his side, who sided against you, they're gonna see just how hurt you were, and they're gonna understand why you had to do what you had to do, why you acted the way you act, why you said some of the things you had to say. You got the moon in the upright position, and that's the house of how everybody's gonna see you. Now I want to pair that with Saturn. Saturn is a planet of karma. It is always got something to teach us. So this means you learn. You learned something. You learned a very hard lesson. Then you got Capricorn. Capricorn is that ram, that goat, whichever one, the sheep. I'm not too smart when it comes to those type of animals. Okay, I can't tell the difference. So don't get mad at the Baron. But I know one thing, that the Capricorn goat can stand on top of the mountain. It can traverse all this heavy stuff it ever been through in its life, and it knows how to put its footing up there and not fall, even when it goes to sleep. So now combine that. Saturn taught you a lesson. Capricorn energy takes over, and how everybody's gonna see you. Capricorn energy takes over. You learn from your mistakes, and you stand on your own 2 feet, unshakable, unbreakable, unmovable. Now you have the moon card that's revealing your hurt heart. People are gonna say that's why she did it. That lady was going through this. That lady was going through that. Okay. Would, would you like to ask that card a question?
No, I do not.
Okay. Well, that completes your reading from the Baron. I hope I did what I did. I hope the spirits gave you what it is that you needed to hear and everything. They with you. They want me to tell you they with you. They respect you, and you got to lay off your guilt.
Okay.
Stop being guilty, cause that's it. Just stop being guilty. Life happens, and you did what you did so you wouldn't go insane.
Well, I thank you so much. This has been very enlightening and revealed some stuff that I already knew. Just wasn't owning up to it, or I guess I should say I was in denial. But yeah, so I got a lot of clarification.
All right.
Very good.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
All right. You have a great one and be blessed.
You too. Bye-bye.
That was a great reading. The spirit really came through for her. Everybody, y'all drop a comment down below and tell her what you think. I ask that you guys understand that sometimes we men can be real trifling when we think we have the power, and we cause our females to do the unthinkable, something they wouldn't do. She wouldn't have this ever thought about doing anything to this man, from what the spirit was telling me, until he started doing what he doing and being how he was being. So everybody just drop a real nice comment encouraging her, okay? Because she needs the encouragement in order to get away from this situation. So hey, I'm the Baron, and I thank you guys for coming to my channel, watching this show, watching this reading, and I ask you guys to trust the you and universe, because at the end of the day, you all you got. And the last one, click like, subscribe, share. I gotta get that. I'm gonna put that in the video somewhere. I'm gonna learn how to say that, like, I'm gonna get it. All right, everybody. You guys have a great one. God bless.